Hello, everybody. Welcome to another listen along. I'm your host, William, and today I'm joined by Left at London. Nat is here for the second time. We've done this once before, but I'm going to give a little bit of spiel at the beginning. If you've never been to one of these before, what we do is listen to the entirety of an album in order, no stopping, start to finish, and we basically do album commentary. We won't be playing the music live on stream, so you'll have to pull that up yourself. I will pull up an image shortly to go over. But if you're interested in this, if you watch this one and you like it and you want to check out more of them, I think this is the 38th one that I've done, something like that. So I encourage you to check out the rest of them. If you're watching this live on Twitch, I'm going to type into the chat right now, bit.ly/listen along YT. Capital L, capital A, capital YT. And that is a link to literally all of the listen alongs that I've done. So that's a playlist with every single one. So check that out if you're interested in that. And the last thing here is if you want to know when more of these are happening, or if you want to know when, like, for example, we're going to do this one today, listening to the entirety of Transgender Street Legend Volume 3. And afterwards, it's going to go up on YouTube at some point on the Second Glass Beach channel. If you follow that playlist link, it should take you to that profile anyway, that channel. And if you want to update on when that goes up, if you want updates on when I do future ones of these, because I know for sure, like Nat and I have talked about doing even more. The more that she releases music, the more we will come back and do this. Then you can follow the Twitter, if you have a Twitter, @_listen along. So now I'm going to bring up an image. Here's an image. So first, I like to visit the band's website or Bandcamp. I'll encourage you to purchase the album, purchase some merchandise if you can, and then we're going to open a streaming provider of your choice. This is important because, like I said, I will not be playing the music live on stream. So it is up to you. You can use whatever streaming provider that has the songs on it. So if you can find the album somewhere, that's good. I will be using the Green Music app. I'm not happy about it, but you can use whatever. You can use the Fruit with the bite taken out of it. You can use the Jay-Z one. You can use Deezer, whatever. Deezer nuts. And then we'll wait for a 3, 2, 1, go. That wasn't it, but that's what it's going to sound like when I count down for us to sync up. So we'll all hit play when I say go after the countdown, and we will be synced. Nat will be synced with me. I'll be synced with you. You'll be synced with us. It'll be a great time. Last thing here is !listen. If you type !listen into the Twitch chat, then there will be 3 links. 3 links will pop up. The first one is a link to Left at London's website. The second one is a link to this album, Transgender Street Legend Volume 3, and the links to, like, every place that you can listen to it. And then the third link is a link to the Bandcamp page specifically for this album as well. So all of those are there. Again, I encourage you to check that out, purchase some merchandise, purchase stuff if you can. I believe that Nat has a whole
Sorry.
You're good. I believe that Nat has a whole discography thing that's on sale right now. So that's on Bandcamp at least, but I would again encourage you to check that out. So now I'm going to go to a window where we can see Nat, and we're going to do the fun reveal. Here we are. And is that Nat? I can't tell. Oh, this is much slower than I was expecting.
It's me.
Oh God! Great. Hello, Nat. Hi. How are
Hello.
you? Thank you for spending the entire start of this stream with your back turned, even though no one could see you.
I not gonna lie, it was way longer than I expected it to be. So
It's funny. It's funny.
I was looking at the corner of my room, being like, "Do I turn around?"
I was trying to actually kind of speed through that section too. I was trying to be like, all right, we got to get there. So, I mean, if you hadn't told me you were going to be doing something like that, it's possible it would have even been longer.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
God,
Yep.
every time that I do a stream or anything like that, I feel like one time I was on a call with somebody. I think I was like on a work call or something like that, and they started talking about my fucking chair, because that whenever I move the chair, you can hear it squeaking about. And so, like, I've just been like, I gotta get some WD-40 or something like that, but like, I've never gotten the chance to.
Yeah, you got a
So,
big squeaky chair. You got a big
so apologies
fucking
if you hear
squeaky chair.
squeakings. If you hear squeakings during the music, no, it is not a Jersey Club remix. It is just my chair.
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first.
Nat left at London's got a squeaky fucking chair.
What the hell? Hold on. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry. I saw my cat outside of my door, and then I didn't see the cat outside of my door, and I was like, "Where did he go?" And then I found where he was.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm taking a look at your Bandcamp right now. I have the Transgender Street Legend Volume 3 pulled up. I'm looking at it here.
Sexy.
This is quite a visceral little album cover this time.
Ain't it? Yeah, it follows the knife motif of the first two.
Yeah, like
I
the
feel
one
like I
where you're
feel like on the
sitting.
first one, the roses were like the central focus point, and people didn't notice the knife as much. I straight up like found people that said like, "Oh, I didn't know that there was a knife on the cover until I saw the cover of Volume 2," and I was like, "Oh, damn, for real?" I've tried to make that very like obvious, but whatever. Um, and I think I said this in an interview recently. So but I don't know if the interview has been released yet. It's supposed to be for Pride Month. So, and now that I think about it, yeah, it's probably not getting released. Anyways, I will straight up tell you what the sort of like progression of the album covers is. So we see the first cover, and the cover for Volume 1, and I'm in a prom dress. I'm wearing like regal gloves. I got the tiara on. I'm holding roses, and there's a knife to my throat being held by some man off screen. And then
Mm-hmm.
we go to the second one, and we see me in mental hospital scrubs, the actual scrubs I got when I was actually in the mental hospital. And I'm just like sitting on a staircase. Now I'm holding the knife, and I am clearly distraught. Now, the third and final EP, Transgender Street Legend Volume 3, includes a nondescript pair of hands with gloves on, washing a different knife that is soaked, that's like soaking the sponge in blood. Now, one thing that I was trying to exemplify with the first, I literally I came up with the idea for the visual of the first, and then I was like, I came up with the idea to have two more EPs, and then I planned the covers for those EPs like literally like years in advance. Like in 2018, I conceptualized all these 3 EP covers. And one, like the thing that I wanted to do with these 3 EP covers is like I wanted to show which each cover like cis perceptions of trans womanhood. So the first one, I'm being held at knife point by a man off screen representing like cis expectation of like hyper femininity that I, as a trans woman, am told to perform, despite me being, rather androgynous and kind of futchy, and so like that was sort of like, the representative of hyper femininity, whereas the second volume represents like the idea like the cis assumption that transness is like a mental disorder. And so I wanted to go like full on, like I wanted to look as, you know, as crazy as I could. The original cover, there are a couple of shots of me holding the knife outwards and like yelling. But I ended up going with the one that like I was just like kind of defeated on, because I figured that that just like was more accurate to my experience as a crazy person. And lastly, the third one, that one is the reason why I said the phrase nondescript pair of hands is because that I kind of wanted it to be like, I wanted the audience to be unsure of if they were my hands or if they were somebody else's hands. Because, you know, somebody else is holding the knife in the first one, I'm holding the knife in the second one. And whoever you think is holding the knife in the third one will inform sort of the meaning of the third. Where it's like, you know, we are presented as either like, you know, like sort of these like bad intentioned like killers of the norm, or we are the ones being attacked.
Yeah,
Either way,
we are perceived, yeah, we're perceived as either extremely weak or extremely strong, dependent on like what is beneficial to like a conservative mindset, a cis.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like I'm presenting the conservative narrative of transness in all three of these EPs, but I'm doing it in a way that like I'm trying to like sort of reclaim it, or like trying to like artistically present it as like, you know, like just like, you know, like I'm just trying to present it as like an artistic, you know, vision. But like I don't know. I had a lot of fun making these covers, despite the serious subject matter. I remember like with the it's really interesting because the house that I made a majority, like whatever was the house that I made a majority of the EP in, was the house that I shot it in. So like there are three different apartments that these are all taking place in, and so I like the idea that like the difference of the covers is like represented, you know. But yeah.
Yeah.
I just liked the correlation that like every time that I was making a new Transgender Street Legend, I like moved and it
lived
like
in a different
worked.
spot. Yeah.
It worked for the cover. I actually had to go back to my old house to shoot the cover of the third one. Luckily, my ex roommate was still living there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't like I just like broke in or something like that. But there, like that sink in that apartment was significantly worse than the one in my new apartment. So I was like, you know, I want that look. I want that like really like grungy sink look. And I think it works for like there's actually like a weird chunk and a hair in the original image that we edited out. Because it was like, no, this is like too grotesque almost. Like, why is that chunk there? What is the chunk of? We don't know. So I just like asked for it to be edited out, and it was. And now there's no chunk. If y'all want the chunk versions of the Volume 3 EP cover, just let me know. Make a change.org petition, and I'll get right on it.
Yeah. Where's the chunk cut?
The chunk cut?
Yeah, we need the chunk cut.
We need the chunk cut.
I'm gonna go to our listening screen really quick, but like that was cool to hear because like I was aware of like the motif of the knife,
Yeah.
the knife motif. I'd seen it around. Here we go, listen screen. Hello.
Hello.
And it's cool to hear like how preemptive a lot of the decision making on that part was. And also that sync is like, it is like a lot. Like I think it was worth it going back to get that sync because it is visceral again.
Yeah.
Yeah, this album cover is I particularly enjoy how it kind of looks like just some I don't know,
I'm pretty sure
awful.
I'm pretty sure that I shot it with an iPhone, like with the flash
I,
on, just to like even give it like just sort of like this like
yeah.
found picture sort of thing. Like I wanted to. Gloves are really nice. Thank you.
Oh, that's a
We
good
got them
point.
from Target.
I do wanna acknowledge some people in chat here because we have Marbits, our mutual friend,
Yeah.
Nickel over here.
Yeah.
Laker JV says London at left, of course, and then LB says left at London. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Six SD says right at London. Saturn Rolf says London's to the left of me. London's to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle of London. LB left Tatlon Don. Nickel, now what's the best way for me to watch this on my phone and listen to the song at the same time? Unfortunately, there isn't a best way. there's there's probably
You're
not a
gonna
great way
have
to
to
do
suffer.
it. It's unfortunately it's going to be difficult. And then
Get your laptop.
Boss Dog in here. Yeah, get a second. You get your second phone out. You know,
Get your second phone out.
we got a rat in here from Luke or Luke 231. The only biblical accurate way to listen to the left of London, VWNB, which was in reference to something that happened so long ago that I don't know what they're talking about anymore.
Timmy's here.
Timmy, hello. Oh.
Hi. Hi. He got scared.
Yeah, that's
He
fair.
does this thing where he just like flops around if he's like picked up. He'll like completely do a 180 as if that'll help him.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is. Saturn Rolf,
is what
Lost
it
Chunk
is.
Media. Sierra Wolf says this looks so good. The
The
overlay
album
or
covers, I
like
think.
yeah.
Because I
And
think I
then
remember seeing that with the album covers.
yes, good, cool. And then thank you, Pipeline 1 2. It's saying kitty and then give it us an exclamation point. Listen, again, exclamation point. Listen. Oh, get me. Come on. Oh, wow. Like my camera's lost me.
I was wondering what you're doing, and then I looked at the stream and I was like, oh, you're focusing.
I mean, whatever. What? This is so strange. There we go. Exclamation point listen here in the chat. If you're watching this on Twitch, the first link is leftatlondon.com. The second link is the DistroKid link for where you can listen to the album. I'm going to do a last call. Pull up a streaming provider. We will not be playing the music live on stream. You'll see over here what's happening. Listening to music. The music won't be on stream. Pull it up yourself and listen along. Current timestamp and the song are going to be at the bottom at all times. So if you get off, if you forget you have shuffle on, like turn shuffle off. I'll say that right now. But if anything goes awry while you're listening along with us, you can always check the song that we're on down below and see where we are in that song and try to get caught back up or whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I forgot that was a feature.
Yeah. I try to make it a little bit easier. I know it's not the most ideal scenario to like show up and then have to pull up a second thing and listen to it yourself, but it helps me with copyright. It also helps you to like seek out the artist's music yourself, you know, maybe give them a little follow on whatever app you're using. William is matching Nat's background. Are our backgrounds matching?
We're blurred.
Just with like the amount of blurriness.
Yeah. I mean, I have more blurriness, to be honest, but like it's whatever.
Yeah, but yours is digital blur and mine is optical blur.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Hitchcock.
Okay. All right.
Yo, new punk band name. Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock? Do I not know what a gawk is? What?
You don't know what a gawk is?
Or is that nothing?
Okay, think what the G stands for in gawk. It's a trans thing.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm like,
you've never heard that term.
I've never heard it shortened before. No.
I swear to God.
I've never heard it shortened before.
I thought you were online. Pardon
Oh,
me.
oh, I'm kind of not. I'm kind of
You're
not
kind.
online.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. I'm very
Oh
checked
yeah,
out of
we're
the
doing
online
this
sphere.
analogly.
Oh, thank you, the Blue 3, for subscribing with Prime. That's so kind of you.
Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah, it was probably all of the Gawk talk.
All the Gawk Talk. Yo,
Hmm.
Gawk Talk. Also a great punk band name.
Oh wow, we got another Prime sub here with Pipeline12. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh,
Damn.
people jumping in with the Prime subs. That's nice
Yeah.
because it's there. Hey, if you've got it, it's there, and if you're not using it for someone else, I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, okay, for real, last call. Pull up your streaming provider. We won't be playing the album live on stream. We're gonna get to it. I'm gonna do a countdown. We'll all sync up. It's gonna happen imminently. Any last things that you want to say before we get started, Nat?
Well, we have so far streamed for about the same amount as listening to this EP twice in a row. So I think we should just go right into it.
Okay. All right. If that's what you really believe, if that's what you want.
I believe in it. I want it.
Boss Talk says, "Yeah, I'm strapped all the time. Got my motherfucking gawk on me."
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I've started discourse. I'm so glad.
It's here. The discourse has arrived.
The discourse has arrived.
All right. All right. All right. Twist my arm. We'll play the album. Okay. Everybody get off my back about it. Get all the way off. Come on. Everybody who's showed up to my house to punch me in the face if I don't start the album, you can leave. All right. We're doing it. Are you ready, Nat?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. And I'm also ready, so here I go.
My life has been building up to this moment.
Yeah, everything has led to this.
In a way, yeah.
You know, truly, I think my life has been building to this moment as well.
Yeah, like, in a technical sense, yes.
Technically, yeah, we're both right.
Yeah, I mean, like, our lives were building to, like, lunch today, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
And my life will also build to my death.
And then lunch after that.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you on the other side. Okay. I'm gonna do the countdown now. You've had your chance. Please just start. I beg you. I'll do it. I'm doing it. Here we go. Get ready for
Fine,
the
you
countdown.
won't stall anymore. No more stalling.
No more stalling. No,
We're not going to stall.
We're gonna start it right now.
We're going to start it.
I'm doing the countdown.
We're going to start it.
Okay. Ready for the countdown? All right.
I'm ready for the countdown.
100. 99. No, I'm just kidding. Chris Farron already did that joke on a different one, so okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm leaving. No, you can't because I'm doing the countdown right now. Okay, ready?
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
Now.
Okay.
So, no more stalling.
Can't stall anymore. We gotta start it. I'm gonna do the countdown. Just as a reminder, I'll be doing the countdown. I'll do it, and then we're gonna hit play on go.
And it's 3, 2, 1, go.
But that wasn't it.
But
that's what
it.
It's gonna sound like when I do it.
That's what it's gonna sound like.
And I'll be doing it. But that's exactly what it will be. Okay.
Fantastic. I'm prepared.
Great. I'm glad that we got all that out of the way. And that was important information. And no, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, actually starting it. So this is Transgender Street Legend Volume 3 by Left at London. And the first song is I'm Not Laughing Anymore. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh man, I just realized this one's gonna be like a hard one to talk over.
Because of all the talking?
It's a lot of talking.
I guess I have a question out of the gate.
Okay, yeah.
Why start with a joke? I think it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, okay. So the backstory is that I wrote this verse that's playing right now. That was the first thing I wrote lyrically, like in melodically. The instrumental was made. Um, and this was my first like attempt at like trying to like get into the song. And I wrote the verse and I was like, I also wrote this chorus like at the same time.
God, this chorus
And
fucking rules.
I love it so much. But I I wrote both of those in my perspective, and then I was like, why am I writing about this shit again? I might as well make this in somebody else's perspective and make it a story. And then I was like, all right, like the chorus is man, I feel like a joke, but I'm not laughing anymore. So I was like, I can literally make this a joke. I can put this in a joke format, and then that'll be the way that like, it works. And then it's really funny because I also like since this recording, like I stopped doing voice training. So it's like hearing this back, I'm like, wow, my voice sounds different, like so like when I like came up with the story, I knew that I wanted it to be this guy just like venting to somebody. And so I was like, all right, who is he venting to? A therapist. What is the like and I thought back to this old song. Somebody was like, oh, is this a reference to this old song of yours called "A Therapist and a Mother Walk into a Bar"? It's not a reference, but it is a little nod to it. Because I like the idea of a therapist just like getting fucking hammered in a bar. It's just an image that's just like darkly humorous to me. And so I I wanted to include that. And another thing is I put the format of the joke in I put the joke format in the song not knowing what the punchline was going to be. Um
Mm.
so this ending part that's happening right now, like that was the last thing that I wrote. Um and I remember that this was actually like based on like a thought that I kept on having when I missed an appointment. Um, when I missed an appointment, like because I was like I was like either missing an appointment or about to miss an appointment because that I was like in the mental hospital and I was like, oh, am I gonna get a late fee or something like that? Which is why the punchline in this is he's charged $50 for being a no-show. So like it was like that was the entire reason that I made the song was just because I was like I literally need this song to be way more interesting. Um, and it worked because it's like one of my favorite songs that I've ever written.
Hell yeah.
I think it's my favorite on this EP. And it's actually really funny when I was living with Marbits. Um, when I was living with Marbits, I showed an early version to I showed an early version to her and a couple other people that were living in the house. And I specifically remember her being so mad at me that I wrote that song that she literally left the room and like said like fuck you and like walked out of the room and then like came back in just like it's like a joke and I was like this is the highest compliment that I could have gotten. I need to make more people angry about my music of how good it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very happy about that.
And this one is called Shh.
Yeah.
Which yeah, it's a quicker, more you're right.
Yeah. And it's featuring Cookie, who is it's really funny because so Cookie and TYGKO are the only features on this EP and they're also two of the features on two of my favorite releases of this year that aren't mine, which are More Kismet's Universe and William Crooks's Running as Fast as I Can. And like none of the three of us were like, oh, and this is Kaya Crawford singing in the background right here. They helped me write this song. So I felt like I wanted to get like they gave me like a bunch of their vocal packs, and I just sampled it, and yeah, it ended up being a really good like bridge part.
Oh, yeah, this part's so good.
Yeah, Cookie's an amazing artist. Like she's got a great voice, and like she's also just like a really she like aside from being just like a talented person, she's also just like a really good friend. So like, shouts out Cookie. Um and like having her involvement on this song really like sealed the deal for me. Like I was really happy with this song. Like dragging those vocals into the project file was just like, yes. Oh, I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
excited. I love those moments. And then like the reason why this song is called Shh is genuinely because like this whole song is about like a couple arguing, like we were trying to, like, when Kai and I started writing this song, we were trying to figure out like um we were trying to like just like vent our frustrations at certain people in our lives. And like I was like, it was funny because it was like I was trying to write in Kaya's perspective to like somebody that like they had been venting to me about. um and then it ended up being recontextualized in like a romantic relationship entanglement. And then I was like, well, I gotta have the other person's perspective. I want to make this kind of like an argument song. There's too many love song duets, you know what I mean? There's not enough like angry couple duets, like there's like maybe like Jackson, like country has that down on lock, but like it's like pop doesn't. So I was like, I really wanted to do that shit. And then this song, My Old Ways. These songs are like quicker than the ones on the last album, so it's like
Yeah.
so it's like I gotta like be like like but
Mhm.
My Old Ways was actually invented because of a beat battle that I was doing in a Discord channel that I used to be in. The challenge was to make a song with only 4 instrumental tracks. And up until this point, the entire song is like 4 tracks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so that's why it sounds really like simplistic and really kind of like, that part, I'm going to tell you, but this is kind of like a secret that that like weird like, actually, should I say it?
You
I'm not
don't
gonna
have
say
to
it. Never
say
mind.
it.
I'm
No,
not gonna
no.
say it. Never mind.
No, you don't
But I
have
will
to.
say, if somebody guesses what it is correctly, DM me, and I will let you listen to I will let you listen to an unreleased track that I haven't shown any fans. That is a challenge to the people watching this. Oh God, I love this outro. This is like one of my favorite outros that I've ever. Oh, I I just like I made the outro completely separate from the rest of it, took out the drums, replaced it with the drums from the beginning of this song, and then I was like, "Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect." Um,
Yeah.
I just and that piano is actually sampled from an old unreleased song of mine called "My Caterwaul," which was like a jazz track that I made with a couple of people in my community college. And a lot of people talk about this transition right here.
Yes.
Completely unintentional. I made those
No
songs at
fucking way.
completely different times, realized that they were the same keys, same tempos, and I was like, well, I got to put them back to
Well,
back.
it's the same rhythm too. Like
Yeah,
from the end to the
completely
beginning.
unintentional. Because there
Also,
are
I
two.
love this intro too.
Oh
Like
yeah,
this verse.
TYGKO fucking killed it here.
This is
Fucking
Make You
killed it.
Proud, by the way. The song is Make You
Yeah,
Proud.
yeah, we're on Make You Proud right now, and TYGKO. I really just like wanted somebody who had like experienced like some like like family like loss of like family and stuff like that. And like he had told me about like losing his brother, and I was like, this might be the perspective that I need for this song, because I didn't have an intro for like months and months and months and months. In fact, it was because that I didn't have the intro that this wasn't released like last year or 2 years ago, because this was mostly finished by the beginning of 2021. And like Will My Altars Go to Heaven, which is the next track after this, was actually made during the Volume 2 era of like production. Like I'm pretty sure I made that on like Logic Pro 9.
Yeah, Albie is saying that this song is comfy, and I completely agree. Like, just like the synths and like this kind of like warm, lush production, it's so nice. Like this part especially.
Oh yeah, the chorus. I remember showing Chuck Sutton this song and the ahs and the aas. I remember him saying like, normally I'm annoyed by that like shit, and like I think it works perfectly on this song. And I was like, yes, I want to bring back unloved pop tropes in a way that actually makes sense, because I feel like a lot of pop writers will just be like, let's add the trope and not like think about how it's being used, you know? So I was really happy to just like add the it was fun. This song was I feel like I've given this backstory a couple times before, but for people that don't know, I wrote this very shortly after my father got his cancer diagnosis, and it ended up being like one of the last songs that he had ever listened to. And so like I always have this like I remember listening to this like on the way to like after he died. My mom asked me if I wanted to like visit him like one last time, and like I played this song in the car like on the way, and it was a really powerful moment, because it was like, like kind of like, like feeling his presence sort of thing, which I never really get. I've never really gotten before, and it just was a powerful fucking moment. And I felt like the Will My Altars Go to Heaven, when I made it, was always going to be the last song on the series, but I didn't know that it would have like the last two songs on the series are very almost explicitly about death, and that wasn't intentional. But once I realized that that's what was happening, I was like, there's no way that I'm changing this track list again. Like I experimented with I think with a couple of different track lists, with Will My Altars Go to Heaven being at the end every time, but this was the track list that stuck. Very happy with. Oh, and also, just a little backstory on this song. You can hear some talking in the background. Genius users have been having a hard time figuring out what he's saying. But to be fair, I also have a hard time figuring out what he's saying, because I got this record, like, I got this like weird record from this record swap that was literally like a voice message, but like in record form, from like from pre or answering machine times. And I recorded it years and years and years ago, like probably at this point like 10 years ago. And I knew that I wanted to sample it since I like got it, and I finally found a use for it, which was, it just felt appropriate to use it in this song.
Yeah. I like when you give yourself space to do like a sort of like a softer ballad, like even if it's just a section or something, because your voice is like gorgeous.
Thank you. I pride myself in my falsetto range.
I mean, like your voice in general is just extremely strong, and you have a lot of control, and it's great. Like,
Well, that's it.
That's
Bye,
it.
everybody. God, that was short.
That was short.
Yeah.
Also, make you proud is definitely my favorite song on the EP. Just so you know,
Thank
I
you.
really love it. I love it so much. I love the verse at the beginning. I love the chorus, and it is very comfy, but it's like,
It's
yeah.
melancholy a little bit,
Yes, yeah.
a
There's
little
a bittersweet
bittersweet.
quality to it.
Yeah,
Exactly. And I'm a
I
little sucker for that kind of stuff.
I it's funny because some people have pointed out like, oh, the synth line, is that a reference to is the synth line a reference to um uh what is it called? Out of My Mind off Tiapfa? And I was like, it's funny because that I made Out of My Mind way after I made Make You Proud. So if anything, it's the reverse. But either
Damn.
way, it was not intentional.
I mean, yeah,
I just
that
ripped
kind of stuff
myself off.
happens. Hell yeah, do it.
I mean, like like there's like a bass line that I realized that I use like a lot. Like there's a bass line that's like the like do 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 do. Like I use that bass line in like a bunch of songs. I think the first song I used was like this like little known like non-album cut called I Get Knocked Down, and I've just been using it a lot since because it's just a great fucking bass line. But no, like I usually don't intend to copy myself. It normally just happens, and
Yeah, we have tendencies.
we have tendencies as
We have
writers. You know,
tendencies. Yeah.
we got tendencies. Well, the EP is over way sooner than I thought it would be. I tried talking as much as I could to fit in as many fun facts as I could.
Yeah, you
I
got
feel
it
like
out there.
I
You
feel
crushed it.
I barely gave you a word in edgewise, which like
That's okay. Yeah.
we didn't have that problem with the Tiatfa thing because like you know like the first track is 10 minutes long alone. Like that was like easy to like
Yeah.
let it give some breathing room. But yeah,
No, it's okay. I mean, like that's why you're here. That's why I have people on. My contributions, seriously, were just going to be something like, "Oh, I really like this part," or like, "Oh, this is so cool. I really like this thing you did," and it was just going to be a lot of praise. So, like, just know that that's there. You know,
you should
while
have
the
like an artist that you don't like on this channel once and just be like, I didn't like what you did here. This
I mean,
sucked.
here's the thing. Like, I don't know if that's possible. I mean,
You know, there's no artist that you don't.
except for people who are just like it that I have like moral issues with, and I wouldn't want to have one of them on, but like I'm generally of the mind of like if somebody is making something, even if it's like not for me, I can always find a lot of value in it that I really
Yeah.
enjoy. And there's no way I would bring anybody on to be like negative. There's no way. I
No,
can't. I
no
won't do
way.
it. No way.
Not one
There's no
person.
way. Not one
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Join us next week where we praise Tom McDonald's new EP.
I said the moral thing. I have moral issues with Tom McDonald. Yeah.
My
I
moral
mean
issue is that his music sucks.
I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. If someone has some like shitty lyrics like in the sense of you know saying bad things about people and having bad takes on things that I think are important, then yeah, I don't like their music, but you'd be hard pressed to find someone that I morally agree with whose music I won't celebrate.
Yeah. See, the great thing about Tom McDonald's music is because that his his moral standings on all the things that he talks about are just like so off the mark. It helps you realize just how like shitty the actual music is regardless of it. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it
so like the
just
benefit of Tom McDonald is like how telegraphed everything he does is.
the veil is lifted, you know?
Yes, yes, yes. No, I get you. Hey, I'd love every single person who's making shitty art like that to be like so blatant with it and so bad that it's just like the way that it's obvious and everyone can be like, ah ha ha ha, like look at this. But then those things get like hundreds of millions of views, and then you're like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yikes.
Yikes. All right, well, so we've listened to the EP.
Yeah, so we're done.
We're done?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you said this was going to be a short episode, so like, you know, I expected that, but like, damn.
Yeah, unless you have like any last like final things that you wanted to say about the EP or anything like that, then we can be done and we can all get out of here. I'll go eat a banana.
Oh yeah, and your cashew-gurt.
I had, you know what I did? I had it right before we started, and it is still good.
You did what? You didn't. I didn't even see you leave.
Yeah, I ran away. I ate it, and I came back, and then I started the stream.
Do you have like that Click remote, like the remote from Click?
Yeah. Well, I have the Click remote, and I'm also like as fast as the Flash. So combine the two, and I'm unstoppable.
Combine the two, and then one or the other is useless.
No. Because when I pause everyone, then it doesn't take a long time for me. You know, because like it's like why do I want things to go slowly? You know, what's the point of having the Click remote if I can't go fast, right? So, but
Sonic the Hedgehog with the Click remote.
I gotta go fast. I gotta click fast and make my dad really sad about how I know the coin trick.
Coin trick?
Right from Click.
I forget that scene.
It's the scene that was really sad. The really sad scene where his dad like does the coin trick. I'm so sorry.
No. I want you to spoil Click for me. Okay, I remember the ending, but like I don't remember the coin trick section. All I remember is that like he's like walking out of the hospital in like the rain and shit.
Yeah, well, the coin trick thing is like, so he's overusing the Click remote to basically like pass through his shitty life, and then he like fast forwards to him being successful, and he's like, oh, this is great, but then he has a horrible, like his dad just like has a horrible relationship with his dad, and his dad like fucking like ends up in the hospital and is gonna die or something, and he goes back like, you know, rewinds to see what went wrong, to see what happened to like ruin that relationship. And like while he was fast forwarding, he was basically on like autopilot. So he gets to see himself interacting with his father, and the autopilot version of himself calls out his dad, because his dad would always like, whenever, you know, he felt bad or whenever anybody was like kind of in a bad mood or something, he would always do like the little coin trick, like pull a coin out from behind the ear or something, or whatever, or he would take a bite out of it. I can't remember exactly, but he'd always do that to like cheer people up or whatever. And then autopilot Adam Sandler, he does the coin trick, and then he's just like, and then he goes like, that's so stupid. Like, everybody knows how you do the coin trick. I've known my whole life. It's never been a mystery, and it's like, and it's bad, and you're an idiot, and I hate you. And,
wow.
And he just like ruins. Yeah. It just makes the dad feel really, really bad. And then this is the Click podcast now. Yeah, that's right. It says 6_SD. Yeah, but when I was younger and I watched that movie with my friends, I was like bawling. I was like really sad. That made me really sad. I was like, bawling. Oh no. I was not bawling. I was bawling.
Shoot some hoops. Watch some play.
Nat, I was not bawling. I was bawling. I was very sad about how good I was at basketball. No.
Sees the ending of Click. Shots for everybody. Let's ball out.
Okay, but yeah, that's that portion of Click that I remember. That's all.
Wow. Thank you for recounting the plot of Click for us.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Anytime.
And see, then like I have the Click remote, and I'm also Sonic Fast. So.
Okay. Are you Sonic Fast?
It's so that I don't go on autopilot and make my dad sad about his coin trick.
Instead, you're just running around the house.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, but if you're Sonic Fast, are you only Sonic Fast when it's paused or rewound?
No, I'm Sonic fast all the time, but like I'm like supersonic fast when it's paused, you know, because like I don't actually get faster, but like relative to like the pausing of everyone else, I'm so fast.
I mean, that's kind of the concept of the movie, like already. If
Because I can wreck everything up and I can make a big mess, but then I can clean it up so fast and no one will know, you know? Because I can eat
yes,
all the chili dogs. I can take all the chili dogs and I can eat them. And then I can just like make more chili dogs in the time that people would be paused, you know, and they would never know, you know?
okay,
Because I
okay.
have the Sonic speed, but I also have the click remote.
You know, you make a great point there. So, would you not use the so there's no way to use the Sonic speed when life is going at its regular pace.
Well, if I did that, then everyone would know that I have the Sonic speed.
Well, who
So I can only
cares?
do it when they're paused.
If you had superpowers, would you sincerely hide them from people?
Well, yeah, because then the government would want to capture me and make me a science experiment, and I'd rather just have the Sonic speed with the click remote.
These are important debates to have. This is an important discussion for our country to have.
Right now, this is the most important discussion we need to have. I
Yeah,
can't think of anything more pressing than this.
I can't like I it's just
Nothing.
gonzo. I can't think of a single thing that I would rather discuss as a whole with the American people
Than
than
having the Sonic powers with the click remote, yes.
yeah, Sonic powers with a click remote. I think there's no other pressing matters.
No, and if there are, they're like not nearly as important as having the
Yeah,
Sonic powers with the click remote. But you only
yeah.
use them when the click remote is paused. Otherwise, the government will come and capture you and make you a science experiment.
Yes, I think that's the debate about whether or not we would use the Sonic powers without the click remote.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, well, thanks everyone. I think I'll close this out now. Thank you, Nat. I'm gonna go to the screen where they can't see you anymore, but they can still hear you. And
okay.
anyway, thank you. So I do these pretty often. I have done another one with Nat before. We did the TIAP.
TIAPFYH. If you're trying to look it up and you didn't know what what was just said.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did that one. That's in that playlist that I said earlier, bit.ly/listen along YT, capital L, capital A, capital YT. You can find that in there. It's on the Second Glass Beach channel. This one will go up on there as well. So if you somehow missed just the small portion where we actually listened to the album and all you heard was us talking about having the Sonic powers in the click remote, then you can go back and check that out when it gets up on the YouTube channel, which should be shortly, within the next couple days. Not a big deal. And lastly, if you want to follow the Twitter account for this, it's @_listen along. I use it to talk about, well, there was that squeaky chair. We got it.
We got the squeak.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. That means we can roll out now because we got the squeak. That's all we've been waiting for. Roll out, as Optimus Prime says. Okay. That's all. I do some more of these. I have some coming up, but they're not scheduled. I'm supposed to have Save Face on at some point. I'm supposed to have Hey, I Love You on. I'm supposed to have... These are all people... A couple of them I was supposed to do when I had COVID about a month ago. And obviously, like, I didn't do them. So hopefully we reschedule with those people and it'll be a great time. So thank you all again. Thank you to the chat, the people here. Thank you to the people on YouTube if you have watched this far. I'm assuming you haven't. I'm assuming, you know, if you're on YouTube, you probably missed all the discussion about the Sonic powers with the click remote because you probably just did the listen along and then we're like, okay, I'm going to go do something else now, which good on you. Good on you. Okay.
Do you edit these? Are you going to edit
Nope.
this one for time?
No, I'm not.
So every single second of the click remote discourse.
Yeah, that whole part. Actually, I might just trim the video, like the VOD, so it's just that.
I hope so. More people should be talking about Sonic click remotes.
Yeah, Sonic powers is the click remote. Yeah, and only using them when it's paused. Otherwise, the government will come and track you down and make you a science experiment. So I'm gonna take us out now. Here, going to the end screen. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Nat, I'll say bye to you off stream. So
Bye.
Bye.